Well, hello. My name is Jerry. I wanted to get on here and hop on and talk a little bit about essential oils and their benefits. And I'm just wondering, are you ready to take back control of your health, even your finances? Are you ready to maintain good health? Are you ready to have a good body functions overall? Let me tell you something. Essential oils, they are a healthy, safe, and an effective way to help with many ailments that so commonly affect us on a daily basis, especially this winter. With all the crud that we get during the winter time, we all know about that. Today's lifestyles, they don't always create optimal conditions for physical or emotional wellness. We got poor diet, lack of exercise, an overabundance of environmental toxins that can leave our body unbalanced and diminish energy levels. Anything from weight management to cleansing your body and your mind. Young Living Oils support every system in the body. And using essential oil infused supplements can provide targeted solutions to help you restore balance and feel your best. Let's talk a little bit about what essential oils are and why they're just so amazing. I'm so excited to tell you about these things because of what they've done for me in my life, as well as what they've done for my wife. What are essential oils? Well, they're the most powerful part of the plant. They're the lifeblood of the plant itself. Just like blood clots our cuts, oxygenates our cells, it detoxifies our bodies. Well, oils, essential oils, do the very same thing for the plant. They are distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, bushes, fruits, resins, and herbs. They consist of over 100 different natural organic compounds. Scientists found that a banana has 17 different naturally occurring chemicals that are pretty hard to pronounce. And these are the parts of the plants that enact change. They are the movers and the shakers in the plant that photosynthesize. They work through trauma. They energize the plants. They can do similar things in our bodies. It's amazing. In the human body. In humans, they provide support for every system in the body. Absolutely astounding what these things can do at the cellular level for our bodies. They can support our immune system. They can support our skeletal system, our muscular system, brain health. They can support healthy weight. They support our respiratory system, which is so important when there's so much crud this time of year. Our liver, kidneys, heart, circulatory system. All of these things, they're used extensively for emotions and for grounding, for spiritual support in our daily prayer lives, which is also such an important part of our lives as well. They can provide a calming effect when we've had a stressful day at work. They're used also as a friendly alternative to the toxic chemicals in our home. You can literally use thieves cleaner in place of 409 Windex, Pine Sol, bleach. And you can start swapping out every single chemical cleaning toxin in our home. And you wonder, how do these things use? They enter and leave the body mechanically, and they leave no trace behind. It's amazing. There are about 300 different oils on earth, but we only need 10 to 20 of them to build a really good first aid kit, or a starter kit. A place to begin your oily journey. You don't need to be an aromatherapist to use these things. In most cases, you just rub them on topically on the skin. There are three main ways to use an essential oil. You want to know. There's a German method, which they inhale, they diffuse them. There's a French method, and they typically will ingest certain oils. And then there's also, we've got the English version, which is just putting them on topically. And you wonder, how do they enter your body? Which is amazing, because when you inhale an essential oil, because of the way that these things are made at the molecular level, they can be measured in your bloodstream in 3 seconds, which is astounding. When we put them on topically, whether we put them on, in our hands, or whether we're putting them on our heads or on our feet, different Vitaflex points, 26 seconds. 26 seconds they can be measured again in our bloodstream, go into the areas that these essential oils need to work at. And they typically last anywhere from 3 to 6 hours as normal in a healthy body, and up to 14 hours if we're unwell. So they last longer, they're working longer, they know where they need to go. And it's amazing, we have a history of essential oils that is a very long, ancient history. We see them first measured in the biblical book of Genesis, when Joseph was sold to the slave traders. They carried cedar wood, sandalwood, and myrrh. Myrrh was an important oil, as well as a preservative in the ancient cultures. They've actually found distillation machines, processes in Palestine that date over 5,000 years. These essential oils have been used for centuries, thousands of years. We're just now rediscovering the wonders of these things. The ancient Greeks believed that when they died, they were Elysium, where it was permanently filled with essential oils. So we've got just an incredible history. Of course, we have the Egyptians using the essential oils. We've got Sumerians, an ancient Sumerian text and Babylonian text. Over and over and over, we see that we've been using these essential oils for a very long time. Do they work? How do these oils, do they really work? I'm asked that question a lot. Do these essential oils really work? And I would say yes. We've got study after study after study of the benefits of these essential oils. I personally have experienced the benefits of the essential oils. So has my wife Tammy. They've supported her circulatory system. They supported her heart function. They supported her thyroid function and helped support the way that works. Brain function. I myself have seen it. As I've said, I have not had or suffered the wonderful things that we suffer in our immune system being down through the wintertime in a couple of years now. How great is that? You know how much paper towel and toilet paper and Kleenex I've saved on over the years? It's amazing. And there are a number of different types of oils. You can go to your box stores and you can buy an oil that says it's 100% therapeutic grade oil. The unfortunate truth is that the FDA only requires them to have a 5% solution of any kind of an essential oil in those to be sold as 100% therapeutic. Turn that bottle around on the back and it says, do not ingest, call the poison center, or it's flammable. Well, it makes a difference where you get your oils. And when I started looking into the essential oils, I was a skeptic. And I wanted to know who's got the best oils. And I ended up with the #1 oil company on the planet. I didn't want to settle for number 2. I didn't want to settle for number 3. I went with the number 1 oil because they gave me what's called a seed to seal promise. They oversee the ground that these plants are put in, and they either manage or they own the farms across the planet. This is a global company. These are the number 1 oils on the planet. There is nobody else that could come close to the product, the quality, and the insurance, third-party testing, and they oversee it from the moment it's put in the ground until it is distilled and put in the bottles. They're not buying bulk amounts of oil and pouring them into bottles and possibly cutting them with various carriers, because this is what they're doing to sell these oils in your box stores, whether it's Walmart, Meijer, Bed Bath & Beyond, you name your box store. You buy an oil from there, they're cut with carriers. Many of them have solvents. Hexane is still a solvent that they're using in some of these oils that's been banned in Europe. Young Living oils are pure. When it says that it's lemon, it's lemon. And let me tell you something, lemon. You put some lemon in your hand and you inhale that lemon, buddy, that's happy in a bottle. It's amazing. Studies have shown how it affects the limbic area of your brain and brings you to an alertness and a joy. And the way that these affect you are absolutely astounding. And this is how other oil companies can sell oil so cheaply. You know, where you can get a great big bottle of lavender for $8. I don't mind. The value of these oils is incomparable, all right? And the way that they're made is astounding, and it takes a great deal of work to produce a tiny amount of essential oil. 60,000 rose blossoms to produce 1 ounce of rose oil. Lavender, of course, is abundant. 220 pounds will provide 7 pounds of oil. It's amazing, the distillation process. They oversee it. You can go to the farms. You can see what they're doing. There's nothing hidden. I'm always a little apprehensive when people want to hide information or they don't let you in on what they're doing. Young Living doesn't do that. They're completely open about everything they do. But a little bit goes a long way. And this is why you can mix your oils. You maybe mix them with a carrier oil if you're first starting out using them. Because they are so powerful, you may want to just start and mix it with a carrier oil. Put 1 to 10 drops in some carrier oil. And carrier oil is like a fractionated coconut oil or a jojoba oil or a grapeseed oil. Something that you mix that with. Not only will the essentials go a little further, but the absorption process in your body is a little bit slower if you have some sensitivities. Now, the thing with essential oils is you cannot be allergic to an essential oil because there are no proteins in there to be allergic to. There may be some sensitivities at first when you begin to use them, but there are no allergies. And of course, with everything, because of the power of these, use a little common sense. Do a little research. Google is your friend when you're looking up information on these, and especially when you're using them around your pets. Now, of course, Young Living has an entire line of products made specifically for our little fur babies. Shampoos, Paragive, many other things to help our pets that are already formulated for them and their bodies, which is amazing. And how do they work when they hit your bodies? As I said, when the fragrances are inhaled, they travel up your nose, all right, where they're trapped by the olfactory membrane that's in the lining of your nose, and it directly goes through into the blood-brain barrier. All right, it's amazing, the various things, and you can do some research and study this, and it's fascinating. 1 drop of oil, 1 drop of essential oil has 40 million trillion molecules in it. 1 drop. And these molecules have a symbiotic relationship with the cells of our body. And I'm not going to go into a lot of that now. I cover that in another class called a 102 class. And there are certain oils that are photosensitive, like orange and your other citruses. If you put them on, you don't want to go out into direct sunlight. Like I said, you want to use a little bit of care because of the power of these essential oils. Okay? And you don't want to be worried about putting certain oils around your eyes. I know I enjoy peppermint. You know, it helps if I'm feeling a little unfocused and I want to feel a little bit more alert. I throw some peppermint up here on my forehead. But you want to be careful because you'll start to feel it. You get it too close to your eyes, it'll give you that watery eye feeling. And you certainly don't want to, rub your eyes right after you've been applying oils either. On the flip side, look at some of the ingredients in our everyday products. We've done the ditch and switch, where we have ditched various toxic chemicals in our home and we've switched them with essential oil infused products that we've made at a very, very cost-effective manner. Did you know the third largest cause of death in this country are pharmaceuticals, behind cancer and behind heart issues? And let's talk about cancer for just a second. The American Cancer Society says, and I hear this all the time, well, you can't do anything about cancer because it's a genetic issue. And the American Cancer Society says that only 5 to 10% of all cancers are genetically related. What does that mean? That means that 90 to 95% of all cancers are under our control. They're not genetic. They may be a result of the toxins we're using, the blue dish soap in our sink. Some of the most toxic chemicals in our home: dryer sheets, fabric softeners, laundry detergent. And of course, you got your plug-in air fresheners and candles. They're terrible for us. I never knew this stuff before till I started doing a little research. So now I began, there's little D, that's our buddy. I began to switch this stuff. I'm taking it out of my life. I'm taking charge of what is coming into my home, what is coming into my body. And I feel better than I've felt in years making the switch to essential oils. You know, when you've got a tube of toothpaste and on the back says if it's ingested, call the Poison Control Center, it's something I don't need to be putting in my body. They say don't ingest it, but remember when I said that when you put it on your skin 26 seconds later, think about this. You're putting stuff in your mouth. You might not be swallowing it, but it's still getting into your system. These heavy metals are getting into your system. Your deodorants, you're putting them directly on your lymphatic gland, saturating them with heavy metals. We don't think about that, but over a period of 30 years of doing it, and this stuff is bioaccumulative. Remember, these toxins build up in our body, all right? And they're creating problems in our brains, in our pituitary, pineal gland, the various limbic system, which controls the emotions. We're finding issues with young women because of the estrogen enhancers that these things have. We're finding problems with hormonal issues. Various cancers that these young ladies should not have. We're finding sterility in young men for no reason they can't figure out. Wouldn't you agree that our medical society is no longer a health care system, but a health management system? They're not treating the problem, they're treating symptoms. Essential oils go to the problems that we're experiencing and that we need. They're supporting the various systems in our bodies, which is amazing. I want to learn a little bit more. I want to talk to you about how can I make the change. Well, the way I did it is I got a Young Living starter kit. All right. I became a wholesale member. Just like you become a wholesale member at Sam's Club and you pay a certain amount every year to get their product at a wholesale price, I became a wholesale member. What does that mean? That means that I get my oils at a 24% discount What a great deal. Now, I don't have to buy a monthly amount to maintain my membership. All they ask is you spend $50 a year to maintain your wholesale membership. But I choose, and I've chosen, to get a monthly oil box. And in doing that, I get my monthly oil box. I also qualify for bonuses. Kind of like, your rewards card. You get your Speedy Rewards card at your gas station. And after a while, you get free stuff. I like that. I actually get a lot of my oils for free and it's so easy to do. It's so easy to become a member of Young Living. And sometimes it seems a bit overwhelming. There's so much involved in these oils. But a great place to start is order your premium starter kit. Okay? It comes with a home diffuser. So you can diffuse these oils and get them into the air. And these particles just get into the air. And because of the size of the molecular size of these particles, diffusing them, you get the benefits of the oil. So not only does it make your house smell wonderful, doing the same thing that your candles and your air fresheners are doing, but instead of getting the toxins involved in these things, you're getting all of the benefits from these essential oils. It's amazing. So what I would say is go ahead, get a hold of Young Living. Get a hold of, we have a website, and it's real easy. It's tinyurl.com/oilmehealthy. Join our Oil Me Healthy team. We have a site on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and look up Oil Me Healthy, we have a site there that gives you just all kinds of wonderful information about the oils, how you can use them, different recipes for making different things that we need to help kick the crud out of our life. Get rid of this yucky stuff. Get rid of this stuff that they're trying to almost poison us with. And the starter kit, let me just run down real quick. You get 11 oils with this thing. Frankincense, lavender, peppermint, thieves, stress away. Stress away is amazing. Lemon, pan away. It's the only thing Young Living has that's 50% off. And I encourage you, if you want to start getting rid of the yuck, if you want to start feeling better, if you want to start having more energy, if you want to start getting rid of those feelings that you get as we get a little older, you get the creaks and the cracks and the snaps and the achy. It's amazing what these things can do. And I'm telling you, Young Living is an amazing place to start. And I'd more than love to help you on your Young Living journey. If you go to tinyurl.com/oilmehealthy, you can pick to either become a member or buy them retail. I wouldn't want to pay the full retail price. You can save 24%, save 50%, get your wholesale membership, begin your journey. It is amazing. I want to say, welcome to Young Living. Begin your journey. Enjoy it. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook. You can find my wife on Facebook. Go to Facebook and Oil Me Healthy, and we'd love to answer any questions that you may have.